We need a boost. A secret weapon.
Come on, man. Granny's out here having a martini at halftime.
Haters gonna hate.
It's impossible to watch Space Jam: A New Legacy without comparing it to the original 1996 Space Jam starring Michael Jordan. The sequel, which stars LeBron James as its basketball star this time, makes big strides in updating the premise for 2021, but its top priority is to pack as many of Warner Brothers' characters on screen as possible, in the same way Ralph Wrecks the Internet did for Disney. There's still a surprising amount of heart in this story, with the underlying message that we should all stay true to ourselves and keep things fun as well.
What is this? Ah! I'm a cartoon?
Meh. What's up, Doc?
The movie takes on the same main story ideas from the original film. An all-star player is trapped in a cartoon universe where he must play a high-stakes basketball game against a team composed of pro players. This time, however, the stakes are more personal. After LeBron runs afoul of Warner Brothers' AI program, it kidnaps him and his son Dom and traps them in the studio's serververse. The only way out? Zany basketball, of course.
I'm going old school on his butt.
Whoa.
Learning to play for style and fun rather than sticking to the rigid fundamentals of the sport is a lesson LeBron struggles to learn throughout the film. When the script allows James to lean into being loony or playing a compassionate father, he is the ultimate showman athlete. But it doesn't do that as much as it should. It's harder to see his charisma past a string of lines that are nothing more than stern motivational mantras. Fortunately, while the original Space Jam placed the weight of the story on the back of its human star, this more fleshed out sequel also has an engaging supporting cast of characters that evens out LeBron's more grounded performance. Opposite of him is Don Cheadle as L.G. Rhythm, now unshackled from his superhero armor and having a blast as an unhinged villain and the all-powerful king of the serververse. The way he pits son against father with a smile on his face, manipulating their relationship all for his own gain, is self-serving yet short-sighted.
Welcome, King James. I am the king of this domain. This is the serververse.
The emotional core of the story rests with Cedric Joe's Dom, who has defeat and hope written on his face as he sorts through this complicated relationship with his father. It's a little hard to believe at times that LeBron wouldn't encourage his multi-talented son to be the best in anything he wanted to do, which makes him a little harder to relate to as a parent. Visually, Space Jam: A New Legacy is a spectacle. Scenes seamlessly transition through different animation and live-action styles, but the most impressive feat is how it incorporates video games as an equal form of entertainment. And the visuals of the video game space are impressive. The worlds and characters move smoothly within these dimensions, with only a few of the Looney Tuners looking a bit off. The background live-action characters as well that we see at the game are distracting and underwhelming. I mean, look at these cosplayers, it's a little unnerving. And yet, for all the spectacle, our old favorite Looney Tune characters who stole the show in the original are sidelined and wasted in this sequel. Even Zendaya's buzzy casting as Lola Bunny gets lost when you have dragons and the exciting Goon Squad filling every second in the serververse. It's disappointing that this long-awaited return to Space Jam feels more like a passing of the torch than an attempt to revive and reinvigorate these classic characters for modern audiences.
I got it!
Oh, she got me.
Space Jam: A New Legacy gets a modern update to one of nostalgia's largest strongholds. LeBron James's performance is self-deprecating and earnest, if a bit uneven, but he excels when it matters the most, especially against Don Cheadle's chaotic villain and Cedric Joe's vulnerable Dom. The story and characters navigate a whole new digital world filled with different animation styles and impressive visual effects. The movie doesn't shy away from being in on its own ware-peddling, using popular franchises effectively for big visual jokes, but is ultimately overindulgent to a point where our beloved Looney Tunes heroes are sidelined in what should have been a big comeback. However, the central story about a father and son cuts through the excess, giving Space Jam a heart and a message that encourages staying true to oneself in pursuit of passion. For more movie reviews, make sure to follow and subscribe wherever you like to watch IGN.
Yikes. Classic.